Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a best of 5 from Home Story Cup upper bracket finals. Bottom left, in game 1 on Data C is going to be Reynor. Top right, it's going to be ByuN. So a TVZ best of 5 for you today. It's a Sunday series from Falcon Paladin. Reynor is a world champion. ByuN is also a world champion and a GSL champion. Woof. So it's an old school player here versus a new school player, but ByuN is number 3 on the Oligulac rankings. When he got back from military, I feared that he would never get back to the same level he was before he went to military, but he proved me wrong, and I'm super duper happy about that. So let's see how the rankings work out here. So ByuN is still 3rd, Reynor is 5th right now, as of the time of this casting, which is February 6th. Hatch first in it here is Reynor. We're gonna do a barracks opening here, right here. So he just wants the Reaper to get here just a little bit sooner than if he did the barracks here, right? Right. Terry the Overlord scouting out. Terry merchandise at falconpaladin.store. Yes, indeed, Terry. You're Reynor's Overlord, but that does not mean you are immune to bullets. Again, falconpaladin.store. We've got shirts with Terry's face on it. We've got mugs with Terry's face on it. 1 rack's expand timing here from ByuN, and a Reaper is on the way. Double gas, Just walling off in case some speedlings show up. And then double gas? Alright, so Reaper hopping down. This Reaper's name in game number 1 is Helmut Marl Berhardt, a German punk graffiti artist with pink hair and a face tattoo. He joined just to get the Reaper kit on the off hours so that he could paint over high walls. Cool, so Helmut Marl Berhardt. He is a German graffiti artist. He just wants the jetpack so we can actually do some cool graffiti on high walls. Neat stuff, dude. I don't know if you're going to survive to be able to take this thing home, and I'm not sure the Dominion lets you take it home either, but, you know, whatever. It's cool, man. Up here, fighting hard. 3rd base coming in from Reynor at about 2:30, which the Reaper does end up scouting. No big deal. 3rd CC starting at about 2:30 here from ByuN. So he going for the greedy play, but nothing really that Reynor can do to stop this. Reynor, I mean, if Reynor goes 2 base, sure. He can maybe show up with some roaches and ravagers and cause some problems here. Maybe even 2.5 base might be possible. But you have to know this is happening is the larger problem, right? And getting an Overlord here and scouting this deep into the main base is not going to go well for you, Terry. Terry's up here. He's trying to be safe. He's trying to avoid getting shot in the face by this Marine, who is really interested in finding him and killing him, but can't quite pull it off. Reaper is still alive because it's a ByuN Reaper, which is always really, really nice to be a ByuN Reaper. It's better than being, I mean, most other Terran players' Reapers these days. Here, Marine Reapers are pretty strong, too. We'll go ahead and give Big Gabe his due. But Creep Spread connecting all 3 of his bases. Again, they're early priority here. Anything nuts going on? Yeah, Overlord deep in the dead airspace. There's a lot of dead airspace here on Data C. Hellion follow-up. Nothing too crazy that way. Probably going to go 2 Hellions, reactor swap onto the starport here, start making medevacs, maybe after he gets a Liberator out. Interesting play. Viking is better at killing Overlords, but Liberators can kill Overlords and show up and set up on a base and cause problems for the Zerg player too. So what's the Zerg player at? 38 total workers on 3 bases at about 4 minutes. Not bad. He doesn't really start to get slowed down very much at all here. He's going to explode over the next 60 to 120 seconds or so. So let's see. So we go 2 pairs of Hellions. Okay, 3 pairs of Hellions. Ling sees 4 Hellions and says, okay, so we need to take this seriously. More Queens. Let's go. Queens on the defense. That's how it's going to be for the next few minutes anyway. Any sign of an armory? Nope. Definitely not. So we're not going to see Hellbats, at least not anytime soon. So this pair of Hellions is going to go. And then we're going to swap it. No, another Hellion and a medevac. Interesting. So Terror the Overlord does get in, sees the 3rd CC very fast, sees we have not reactored the starport yet, intriguingly. So that's good to know. So we've got our Hellion group busting out. We got our Reaper here, Helmut joining in. Queen count for Reynor is enough. Are we surprised by that? No. Absolutely, positively, not even a teeny tiny bit. Ah, free Hellion kill. No, this Hellion's gonna die, though. And that one, too. 2 Hellions down, 4. Ah, Liberator's getting killed. I mean, Drone's getting killed. The Liberator did the thing! I was so busy focusing on the Hellions, I didn't figure the Liberator would come right across the map. But it did. I thought it would hunt Terry the Overlord, but it did. I mean, actually, did it do that? Terry came in for the scout and died. That's what it was. This is a pretty good Liberator micro. I like it a lot from ByuN. It's just like unsieging, resieging, unsieging, resieging. Not blind sieging up like a lot of players will do with their Liberators. He's going to go to a spot where he's safe, relatively safe, and wins that fight. But then a Spore's there. Liberator pilot down. 4 kills, of which 4 of them are drones. Very nicely done. Not too bad. I mean, keeping the Liberator alive would have been ideal for ByuN there, but, you know, can't win them all. Can't win them all against Reynor, that's for sure. He's working on 1-1 for his Marines. Additional barracks in production. 8 drones at a time on the way from Reynor. He's at 67. Workers here at 6 minutes. What'd I tell you about? From about the 4 to the 6 minute mark is where it goes crazy. You double your worker count, if not more than that. And then you start getting your 4th base up, and as a Zerg player, you start feeling real comfy when you're on 4 bases. The money's coming in fast. You can make things quickly. You can really just start to overwhelm players in 1v1s or in team scenarios. So 3rd base by ByuN is up. I'm not sure it's helping him a whole lot right now. I mean, he's got 61 workers, but it's 61 to 78, man. Income spiked there for ByuN as the drones got pulled off of this 3rd base temporarily, but they got thrown back on. Mules are good, but overcoming a 15 worker difference with mules is going to be pretty tough to do. Ah, Armory is coming in. So we could see some Hellbats. We've got Medivacs out, obviously. Here they are. Here comes our traditional 7 to 8 minute timing push in TVZ, which is very much the meta and has been for some time. Hellions scanning, killing creep tumors left side. Marines, medics coming up the right side. Lings want to deal with the Marines, not so much with the Hellions. So are they sneaking? He's going around for a run by into the 3rd base, which is why this wall is here. Smart stuff, man. Hellions, nope, don't fight against the Queens. Oh, Reaper gets out of there with 1 kill. Helmut has 1 kill, but Baneling's speed is done. The Lings come cruising around from a weird angle, and we can only pick up some of this stuff. Oh, Hellion driver, we're so sorry. Meanwhile, Hydralisk Den on the way. 20 Lings, 1-1 coming in for the Lings, the Banes, and potentially Ultralisks, though we don't see Ultralisks very much in this patch of StarCraft 2. Are they more popular in the current patch of StarCraft 2, where Ultras are smaller, and therefore they can attack with more surface area with a group of them, which is nice. I gotta say, it is nice, as I played with them a bunch. But this is an older patch, so Ultras are big and chunky and bad. And there's just too many answers that Terran has to them, so likely going to be Lurkers, but upgrading the Lings for Adrenal Lings is nice. Reynor thinking about swinging in for an attack. Going to bring the Banelings along. They have the speed upgrade. Any more Widow Mines, says this Ling? No? Cool. We can come up this way. Oh, this would be pretty good. These Widow Mines on this ramp are gorgeous. Widow Mines maybe in this area would be pretty good too. Wouldn't say no to that, but 10 Hydras in production. Any sign of a Lurker Den? No. No Lurker Den in production. Doesn't mean we're not going to see any here in game number 1. We'll see some by the time this series is over. I can guarantee that. They're way too popular in TVZ to just not happen at all. Oh, free drone. Tried to expand over that way. No. Marines against Lings and Banes. Up toward the center of the map here. 2 Lings and Banes getting some big time rounds, but the pickup is good. Pickup is really good. I don't know what these guys are trying to do. Okay, that's just bad control. Free Widow Mines. Hooray! Reynor feels really good about that one. 93 to 90 army supply. So ByuN has a similar army supply, but Reynor's income is significantly higher here. Definitely is. He keeps, this is Reynor. He keeps considering attacking into this 3rd base or into the natural base, but not really any openings for him there. And that's what makes him a world champion, is he's just smart. Right? When I play Zerg, I'm like, I'm going to go attack the 3rd base. And then usually I do, even if it's a bad idea. I just, decent Baneling hits, but better pick up there from ByuN. Like, more often than not, I'll be like, well, they had 1 Widow Mine. They probably don't have more. And I run 40 Lings in there, and they all died of Widow Mines, and I'm very sad. But not Reynor. Reynor's too smart for that. Lings, Banes. Okay, connections there. I don't know if they're enough. That is the tricky thing about this kind of engagement is Sometimes you can see some big-time hits. A lot of Marines and Marauders die, but everything for the Zerg dies, and whatever is left over here for ByuN or the Terran just kind of steamrolls the rest of the way in. It's very impressive stuff. Very frustrating for a Zerg player to feel like he killed most of the army, but not enough of it. Widow Mines do not fire. They die to Banelings, which is kind of a decent trade for them, but not what they were looking for. They wanted the better trades, that's for sure. Reynor, top left, hanging out with a little Baneling Hydra set up. Do we have a lurker den yet? The production, or the building tab says no, but we have a hive on the way. With a Terran, ByuN, just casually making more and more command centers because we're at the 10-minute mark. It's time for that sort of thing. Just to have a bunch, but I don't know. Lings go up early to try to draw Widow Mines. That defend your homeland, defend your ramp, men. ByuN is holding it for a minute here anyway, but Banelings, getting in to that third base. 9 SCVs go down. Still a few SCVs alive and well here. And ByuN shuts it down. So he loses some SCVs. The base is fine, though. His wall is intact to the south. Gotta feel pretty good about that. 5th base from Reynor coming up. Actually, is that a 6th? I think it is a 6th indeed. It is. Down here at about a 4 or 5 o'clock position. Hydra is busting through these rocks. Quite capable of doing that. Viper's on the way. +2 melee attack on the way. Adrenal would be a good upgrade to have. I'm not sure that Reynor is really thinking about it right now because it's not on the way. Good stutter stepping here from ByuN. And again, it's high APM stuff here from ByuN. That's why he's very capable of it. Banelings, they don't want to kill barracks, but sure, whatever. We'll kill some barracks. We'll wipe out your third base, forcing a liftoff anyway. Handful of Hydras here, 88 to 57 army supply. Widow Mines connecting on a couple of those Hydras, but they're picking off medevacs. Not good. Get out of there. They do boost out of there. Mule's here to die for no reason whatsoever. And that's a GG. Reynor wins game number 1 in 11:48 or so. Fantastic little TVZ there. Just an 11-minuter. That's what happens. I do tend to cast kind of these shorter games as part of the best of series, obviously, but very well done from Reynor. Rebuffed the attacks of ByuN quite nicely. Only lost 9 drones. Not really that many, but he's pretty capable of coming back from losing, 20 drones in the first 10 minutes, where a lot of Zerg players would struggle with that. So just Hydraling Bane here today. No lurkers whatsoever. Didn't go for Adrenal. Didn't feel like he needed it. And yeah, his ability to just expand to 6 bases while ByuN has just started to get up his 4th base was a big deal here. He expanded, he droned up fast because he knew that ByuN went for that super fast third. It slowed down and kind of made his ability to attack at 7 minutes a little bit weaker. And he held it, right? He held it perfectly. The Queens held off the Hellions, the Lings and the Banes held off the attacks. And the Baneling speed was done by the time that first Marine attack showed up. So that's going to be a problem for you. Game 1 resources lost 13 to 14,000 in favor of ByuN, but that's way too close to normal. That's way too close to just even Steven for anyone to feel comfortable about that. Yeah, so GG. Well done there, game 1. Let's go to game number 2. Don't know what map it's going to be on, but should be a good one. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Game 2 is on Waterfall. Top right, it is ByuN. Bottom left again, it is Reynor. Thanks to everybody who's a patron of mine at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. I appreciate the support out there for as little as $1 a month. Some people prefer the yearly donation. I don't really understand that, but I just feel like just donating monthly gets me accustomed to it. And if I donate at a yearly, then like next February I'll be like, what? What is this? What is going on here? Anyway, I do appreciate everybody. If you want to support me monetarily, that's a good way to do it. If you don't trust Patreon, and I feel like there are some of you that do not, you can do it here on YouTube as well by hitting the join button down below to join the Falcon Paladin membership clan for as little as $1.99 a month, which rounds up to $2. It's an American thing. Ooh, here we go. Extractor pool opening here from Reynor. 1 base opening. Are we going to scout it, ByuN? Are we going to send an SCV down after this barracks completes? Whoo, boy. I feel like he does. I feel like he does most often, but sometimes he doesn't. Come on. Do it, do it, Steve the SCV. Do it for everyone. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Oh, it's a Marine, too. Intriguing. Oh my my gosh. Is he going to hard wall this and early link pressure is going to do nothing? Let's see if he goes Roach Warren. Reynor, Roach Warren. How much money is it for a Roach Warren? 150. It's more than he's got. So two sets of lings. No, 2 lings. Just kidding. Brood War and StarCraft 2 do it differently. Terror the Overlord scouting up says, oh, it's actually a Marine, not a Reaper. Crap. Get to the high ground. But we can lift the barracks. Yeah, Steve the SCV sees this is late and says, ah, Speedlings. Dude. All ByuN has to do is wall off here, and he's got this. We really want to kill this Marine to slow this down a little bit, because supply blocking Reynor here, yeah, that hurts him. That hurts him a lot. Throws up a factory. Okay, okay. And actually, are the Lings just going home? These Lings are like, Terror the Overlord saw what's going on up here. Yeah, I think ByuN, he scouted it, and he completely responded perfectly to it. Bam. Take that. Oh, so Reynor's got a second base. And he didn't really make a lot of Lings. He just made 2. So fair enough. It didn't hurt him like a whole lot. But I don't know. His third base timing's around 240, which isn't too late. Interesting. I wonder if this was more a proxy preparation build for Reynor. It was more like, if the bunkers start coming up here, I better be ready for it. So he made Lings. I mean, getting speed, I guess it helps deal with the Marines too, but it's a kind of a longer upgrade. Like, he doesn't even have it yet. Yeah, I don't know. I guess a Terran being down 1-0 in a best of 5, the odds of them going for a bunker rush are a lot higher than like in game 1 of best of 5. That might have been what it is. Reynor's pulled entirely off gas. Quick starboard here from ByuN. 1-1-1 build with the command center in there. As Husky would have called it, a Destiny Cloud Fist build. Rest in peace, man. He might as well be dead to us, honestly. He deleted his channel. He's doing really cringe-worthy YouTube content, but you know what? He's wealthy, so hey. Sure, he's happy. Do you think he misses StarCraft? Maybe he does. I don't know. StarCraft it's a lifestyle. You don't just be like, I love StarCraft. I'm going to make a whole YouTube channel about it. And then you're like, meh. I guess, you know what? A lot of people have done that. Now that I'm thinking about I'm going through all the names. Husky, HD, Psy, StarCraft, Day9. Like, a lot of people have just kind of bailed on the whole thing. And it just is not something that really I can even contemplate doing, honestly. I like it too much. I do. So, Cloak Banshee opening. With a little bit of an attack here. So, sneaky early attack. Recognizing that Reynor went for the pool first. He wants to catch up in economy. He's going to not really have much of an army. And he doesn't. He's got a Zergling and 4 queens. So, ByuN's going to be like, oh, let's try something here. Let's try a little Marine play. We can go like 2 queens with this. 3 queens is going to get tough. But 3 queens, I bet we can handle. So he gets the full unload off. He kills an Overlord. Transfuses? Nope. No transfuse. Yeah, 3 queens too scary. Back it out. Back it out. Queen. Every hit the queens get is a little bit. It's a little bit scarier for the medevac at that point. Cloaking field for Banshee coming in here on a waterfall. So Reynor goes for the early pool build. ByuN follows up with some 2-base shenaniganry here. Any sign of a 3rd base for him at all? No. Nope. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Does he have an armory? He does have an... There it is. Hellbat transformation. Oh! Transformation servos online. And what do we got? Queens? I don't feel like enough. I don't think to do this. Banelings are coming in. Banelings are exactly what are... I mean, not needed here, but they're really good. Bird legs. Target. Fire them. Split. Okay. Split is up. The Banelings are gone. Oh, where'd the medevac go? I think the queens might have killed it. Banshee in here. Providing extra damage. All of the Hellbats are dead. Yo, that's not good. The Hellbats are providing a lot of tankiness and damage here. Oh, and Reynor holds that thing by the skin. By the skin of his teeth. Okay, well... ByuN went for a 2-base, very strong attack there. Reynor barely got Banelings out in time. I can tell you, this game was very close to being a win for ByuN. As a Zerg player who's been in that position, that kind of an attack shows up, and you're like, crap, Banelings, 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 Banelings. And sometimes they don't come in time, and sometimes your control is garbage, but of course Reynor's control is amazing. So, hey. Oh, I think that Banshee could be dead. Reynor kind of let it live, didn't he? Fourth base coming in from Reynor. Dude, a third base from ByuN would be hot. Not doing it, though. ByuN's like, no. I must two-base him, and Reynor getting a fourth base and saturating it leaves him pretty open to another follow-up on the two bases that ByuN is going for here. I don't know if I feel great about this. Also, I guess a quick plug for the Africa World Series that I live cast with Laugh-In Games about every 2 weeks. About every 2 weeks out on africatv.com/laughingames. I'll put a link in the description. We cast the Africa World Invitational, where we bring players from everywhere. I mean, it is sometimes players like Dark, and sometimes players like ByuN, and sometimes players like Classic. I mean, really high-level live StarCraft games that have not been played before. I'm not casting from replay. I'm casting live. And that's every 2 weeks. So if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, because I really have a lot of fun with that. That's the only chance I get to cast live elite, like world-beating StarCraft. ByuN's kind of kicking butt and taking names here. 67 to 49 army supply. This third base dying for ByuN would be, or for Reynor would be dismal. There it goes. And the fourth base dies too. What did I say? What did I say? It left him vulnerable to this kind of a two-base attack where he assumed that ByuN went for a third, or is at least building a third CC inside his main. No, says ByuN. I have so many Marines. You're going to wish you were dead. I got 44 Marines up in this play. 1-1 upgrades. Oh, yeah. We got the combat shield. We got the stim. We got the medevac support. Going to set up a siege tank for this position, too, so it's even harder to engage with. But Reynor coming around top side. Coming around bottom side. Both the tanks die. ByuN was ready for that. Bailing target fire. Pretty good. Not enough room in the medevacs for everyone. They're out of energy anyway, so no more healing available. But Reynor, okay, lost 2 bases, but does have this third one. I guess it's more of a fourth base, but it counts as the third now. This Banshee's got 7 kills and is picking off creep tumors. Loving her life. All right, so we're going to go back with more tanks, more medevacs here. Third base is coming in from ByuN. Can Reynor hold on? I don't know. He needs these bases to compete. Forces a cancel on the third base replant. That's huge. That's really big. Reynor's trying to do Ling Bane Queen defense against Marine medevac tank. Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme. Right. Trying to swing around here again. Reynor's up north. Maybe too far up north. I don't know. ByuN killing creep tumors. Taking down a spore. So medevacs don't have anything to worry about. Extractor getting wiped out here too. Reynor expanding around the right side, because the left side belongs to ByuN right now. He's trying to set it up. Is he waiting for an upgrade? I don't think so, but here we go. We're boosting into the main base. This group is dead. This group here having a really tough time of it, but taking a lot of banelings with them. And this group getting into the main base is having a great time. Full evacuation of drones, and suddenly it's 94 to 60 army supply. ByuN is way up. The main hatchery dying is a humongous deal. Another army comes over to the right side where Reynor's trying to expand and shuts that down, and I think that's it. I think it's your GG. Even if it's not technically over here, ByuN just has too much going on for him. There's not enough to kill medevacs at all. Not enough to deal with this. And ByuN is going to tie this series up. Reynor's like, I have 1,000 queens. You can't possibly break through my 1,000 queens. And ByuN's like, yes, I can. Your transfuses don't last forever, Jimmy. Okay, maybe they do. He's pulling back up. Nice. Oh, target fire on those Banes was sick. More Banelings coming in. No, no, and no, no. No, you're not. Queen's running out of energy. The transfuses are not eternal. Maybe overstimming a little bit, but taking Queens with him too. Reynor trying to desperately do this. The healing from the medevacs is so good, but it's running out. The energy is low right now. Baneling down, Baneling down, Baneling. Connect a little bit there. Sutter stepping across the way here. 1-1 upgrades on these Marines. Army value 97 to 12, and ByuN's got this. Reynor's just being real stubborn about it. Yeah, his queens die. GG! ByuN ties the series up 1-1 in this best of 5 like an absolute madman. Oh, that was so good. Who else is watching this game? Apparently, Zerg7V is watching this game. GG, man. This is a better resources lost if you want to win a TVZ. 13,000 to 5,000? Heck yes. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff here from ByuN. 2 bases. Reynor overexpands. Just way too greedy. Oh, there we go. We got Njal out here. Absolutely. Woof. Fantastic plays from ByuN. Reynor tried to expand too much. He lost 20 workers. He was up to like 60, 63, I think exactly is what he was at. ByuN just kind of 2-base, 48 workered him. And with Marines, tanks, Hellbats, Banshees, Medivacs, gets that win. Kills almost 200 lings. Kills 4 hatcheries in 11 minutes, which is insanely good. Wow, 13 queens go down too. I mean, I think that's all but 4 of the queens got killed. And the target fire on the banelings. A lesser Terran player who's not capable of doing that, right? A lesser Terran player who's not capable of target firing the banelings. I think Reynor's able to pull it off. I really do. But not against this guy. Not against our guy. Who is ByuN, who is number 3 on the Oligulak rankings. Take him seriously. So let's move on to a game number 3 here. With the game tied up 1-1. It's my favorite place. It is my favorite place to be in best of 5s. Is when it's tied after 1. And it's like, okay, now every loss matters. I mean, these losses mattered. But like, you lose a game and then you have to beat your enemy twice in a row to win the whole darn thing. Hard to do. Really hard to do no matter who you are here, ByuN or Reynor. So let's move into game number 3. Numero 3. For more StarCraft. Game number 3, Tropical Sacrifice. Top right, ByuN. Bottom left, Reynor. ByuN has not proxied yet. Either he feels that Reynor is just too good to be proxied. Oh, hang on. I spoke too soon. Usually when people proxy, they send the SCVs out early, but... Oh, okay, he's just walling off here. Okay. That was not a proxy SCV timing. I felt like it wasn't, but... Walling off here in a ramp to your natural base. Okay, very, very good. Man, does it get any better than this number 3 versus number 5 in a best of 5 series? I feel like it doesn't. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Been casting StarCraft 2 since 2015. This is my, let's see, this is my 8th year. Well, 7th year almost. Yeah, so February 20th or so is my 8th year anniversary of the StarCraft 2 casting. I know this channel is not that old, but YouTube.com/Falcon Paladin. That's where I started out. But Brood War took it over, so I made another channel for StarCraft 2, and here we are. Ooh, okay, so another pool first play here from Reynor against a 2-racks opening and a hard wall. Oh, Mass Reaper? Are we going to go Mass Reaper? Ooh, haven't seen a Mass Reaper play in a bit. Here against a pool first here from Reynor. Speedlings are a good way to respond to a Mass Reaper play until the Mass Reapers reach a critical mass of Reapers. All right. I mean, okay, I guess. Let's go ahead. We'll name this Reaper, even though he's going to be part of a massive group. Yeah? Okay. So this name's, Reaper's name, sorry, is going to be Alpha Omega. As he charged his opponent, in the distance, all you could hear was, "If you ain't first, you're last." I mean, that's what Alpha and Omega mean, first and the last. So that's kind of a fun little play on words here. He's going to be the first Reaper. He's not going to be the last Reaper, though. Maybe this would have been better for a not Mass Reaper play. Is he reactoring this, too? Yeah, he's getting his second base as well. So the Reapers, they popped in and were like, oh, that was a pool first play. Crap. If roaches show up, I'm just dead. But enough Lings and Queens are out that it's like, what do we do here? Well, we're getting a tech lab, so it's not going to be all Reapers forever. We might be done with Reapers, actually. I wouldn't be surprised that this is a couple Marines from ByuN now, and it is. So he went for a Mass Reaper opening, which would have been pretty tough for Reynor to deal with if he went hatched first, but this is 2 games in a row. that our guy Reynor has gone for a pool first play. A little bit uncharacteristic for him, I would say. But, you know, this is how you do it. As a Zerg player, you got to have some really strong openings that are pool first just to throw the fear of Zerg into your opponent. If you're like Serral and 99% of the time you go hatch first, it's like, okay, it's Serral. I don't have to worry about getting Baneling busted or Roach and Ravager showing up at 5 minutes. I'm okay. I'm fine. But Reynor's like, no. Baneling nest, 2 base. Let's Baneling bust this guy. If all he's got are Reapers, Reapers are pretty bad against Baneling busts. You bust the opening here. A bunch of Speedlings flood in. The Reapers are like, we're more offensive units, not great on defense. Oh, this is a Ling flood. Okay, Reynor. I haven't seen a Baneling bust in a hot minute in StarCraft 2. A quite lengthy time. So, all right, trying to bust that's why we have extra Banelings. And we're in. We're through. All right, trying to hold Lings. Trying to connect Banelings. Oh, no real Baneling connections there onto the Marines, but we're going to run the outside full surround on the Marines, and that's a GG. We done. 10-11 SCVs down. Natural base is dead. Another Baneling waddling up this ramp into... Oh, nice target. Wow. That was like 1 Marine. 2 Marines target fired that Baneling. That's hard to do. SCV count down, but ByuN can survive if he just maybe doesn't lose all of his guys. I don't know. Because economically, Reynor's only at 18 workers. Always keep that in mind. If this happens to you, Terran players, the Zerg player cut a ton of drones to make this happen. It sucks losing all of these workers, but oh, he can't re-wall. He can't re-wall, and if you don't have a wall, you're just gonna die. Yeah, barracks, yep, that's all your production, man. That's it. You have 2 barracks over here. I lied. Okay. So, re-landing the natural base is one heck of a play. Yeah, ByuN's like, never mind. No re-landing the natural base. Reactor on fire explodes. No harm to those Banelings, though. Oh, crap. Oh, maybe that was a little bit late on the SCV pull, but... Okay, these Marines are alive. 16 to 8 army supply. ByuN's trying to re-wall the top of his ramp here. It's 18 to 14 workers. Reynor's not really saturated at his second base. That's what happens when you do this kind of stuff. All right. Ooh, those Marines, those Banelings don't want to go up there. Too smart. Too smart, Reynor. Morlings flooding across. Reynor is just doing filthy Zerg cheeses here today to ByuN. In fairness, ByuN started it. If you can avoid these Banelings getting target fired, it might work out for Reynor just fine here, but it's tough. It's tough to not have that happen, right? ByuN's going to have his dudes at the top of the ramp. If Banelings appear down here, he's going to right-click on them as hard as he can. And he's very, very good at it, too. So, I don't know. Reynor just kind of droning up here, not doing more. It's a sunk cost fallacy, right? Not sending more units into a just death strategy that's not going to work out for you. Smart. So he drones up. This is what I kind of struggle with as a Zerg player. Is it's like, okay, went for a Baneling bust. We got in. We did some damage. But I really want to win with this. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes there's a hard wall and there's tanks on the high ground. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? Yes, I can. And I make a million more Speedlings and Banelings. And it's like, ouch. Okay, so that Reaper's... Oh, the juke! Oh, he almost juked his way to victory. Nope. Oh, dead. Dead midair. What a horrible, terrible death for that to be. Blech. All right. So we're just making Queens and Ground Carapace, and ByuN's got a second base back, which is cool, but Reynor's third base is going to pop here fairly soon, so that's nice for him. Queens pop in all over the place. Again, this is a really important game, and it started out so fun. I'm serious. I have not seen a Baneling bust attempt in a professional game of StarCraft in some time. But we got Katowice coming up. That's awesome. I don't think this is going to post after Katowice has started. I'm pretty sure this is still pre the World Championship, but I don't know. Zerg, this is classic Reynor, man. He sneaks around, but who's too smart? ByuN's too smart. He's like, I know what Reynor likes to do. I'm gonna have Marines ready for him. All right, creep tumors getting killed all over the place here. Lings and beans. Enough of them, and they're on creep to where these guys are like, we don't have any medevac support, no marauders to absorb those baneling hits. Although, I don't know, ByuN did the last game without any marauders. I mean, he doesn't need marauders. He's the third best player on Earth, so why not? Why should he need anything? He can do whatever he wants, I guess. Except maybe meching. I haven't really seen him try to mech. Maybe ever in Legacy of the Void. It was a little more viable in Heart of the Swarm. I'm sure he did back then. But Legacy of the Void's been out for 8 years now, so that's, I mean, not 8 years, 7.5, but yeah. Legacy of the Void is a huge chunk of time. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure these Artosolopes are programmed to avoid combat. Too many banelings. Ah, the surround! No, you can't stutter step out of a full surround. Army value 46 to 12. Oh no, lift the lift the wall. Lift the wall. Banelings are going forward anyway. You can't target fireball. Bam! That's your GG. That's it. There's still banelings in this. Nah, Reynor gets the win. ByuN with the, oh my gosh, Reynor with the sick full surround with lings and slow banelings. Slow banelings. Off creep. Off creep. Oh, that's Reynor, man. Like, who else is going to get a surround on ByuN like that? Off creep with slow banelings and speedlings and wipe out his entire army. Cyril can do it. I mean, the four queens, right? Cyril can do it, Reynor can do it, Dark can do it, Rogue can do it. But anybody else? Don't know. I don't think so. Sick. So really fun game. I mean, that was a lot of fun. Trying to go for the Reaper stuff. Reynor just kind of blindly shutting it down by accident. Once again, I think preparing for a proxy, which is just not happening. Do you do it now? ByuN in game 4, do you do it now where Reynor can tell you're feeling desperate? He's probably going to go pool first again and try to shut it down. That's so frustrating. That is so frustrating as Reynor's getting a 4th base behind this because of course he is. Yeah, I mean, resources lost in this game, 5,000 to 4,000. ByuN lost more than Reynor did, so that is 99.99999% of the time. If you're the Terran player in that situation, you have definitely lost the game. Maybe you can somehow win a game where the resources lost are higher for you than the Zerg, but I'm trying to think of a reason of how that's even possible. So, GG. Let's move on to game number 4. ByuN is on the ropes. It's only a best of 5. You don't have a lot of wiggle room to just lose 2 games like this. Let's be back. Let's be back with more StarCraft. It's do or die time here from ByuN on Stargazers. Top left, Reynor. Top right, ByuN. This is a little bit suspicious, but if he's walling off the low ground again, then it's not a proxy. Yep, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, Mr. ByuN. Alright, so is Reynor going to go pool first here today? Yes, he did already, but in this game, that's what I meant. Anyway, how are things? Good. Seen some people using the super thanks lately. I really appreciate that. Super chats down below, little heart thing. Just giving appreciation for the StarCraft that's happening here. I do love all of that, and it does help these days. You know, I got 3 kids and a mortgage over here, so I mean, oof. It is something. All of the Gen Z people watching are like, you have a mortgage? Shut up. It's like, yeah, fair point. Fair point. I do, man. It's a story. I will tell you, back in the day, a young Falcon in 2008 graduates from college, and the job market is garbage because there's a recession happening, and the housing market is garbage. And it's not at pool first play, by the way, here, but it's a 2 racks. And I was like, I'm never getting a house. Houses were crazy expensive. Interest rates were high. And I was like, huh, that sucks. So I rented. I rented for 3 years out of college. And you know what happened in 2011? Everything started to crash. The housing market started to go down. Interest rates tanked. And I was able to get a house. It was a short sale. So it was a house that was not very well taken care of. The previous owner hadn't been able to afford it, which is sad. the bank took possession of it and just kind of let it sit there for a couple of years. And, you know, went in there, took it off their hands for a pretty cheap price. There was a lot of fixing up to do, but it got my foot into the housing market. I was really lucky that that happened. And yeah, that's my story about Falcon getting into the housing market when it seemed like I was never, ever going to be able to. So I'm just saying, if you feel like you're never going to be able to get a house, things change. They do. All right, so 2 racks here from ByuN with an expansion behind, just walking these Marines out. Last time, one of these games today, we showed up with the Marines at 4 minutes. What if we show up with Marines at 3 minutes? Hey, that's real fun. What's Reynor got? He has literally nothing. He's got a queen popping out, which is going to be useful against unupgraded Marines for sure. And a couple of slowlings, and speed is on the way. So tumor going to be useful here for sure. This third base might be in a lot of trouble. This queen's going to slow walk her way down here to try to save it. Slowlings aren't going to save it. Nuh-uh. Slowlings with queens together, quite possibly. The Marines are like, all right, fine. We'll hurt it. So it's easier to kill later on, and we will be back later on. Meanwhile, no additional Marines being produced. Just getting a tech lab, a reactor up, so we can go for upgrades like STIM, and we can make more Marines with the reactor. Okay, 4 racks. So 4 racks, double gas. This is aggressive stuff here. He says, okay, that 2-base stuff worked for me on Waterfall. Maybe I can replicate it here on Stargazers and force a game 5. I like it. Kind of going back to the well that has already gotten you a win thus far. Not going to complain. Definitely a good idea. So slowlings aren't getting through that wall, and they know that. And fastlings are also not getting through that wall, but they will kill a Marine who pops out on the wrong side of the barracks into his death. Rip. Rippity rip 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 to you. So Stargazers, fun map. I like it a lot. Third base pops, you know, some health taken off it, but not enough to really be worried about it. If it goes super late macro, which this game totally could, whoever gthat determines who the winner is. Zerg player gets it, Zerg wins. Terran player gets it, Terran wins. Nobody gets it. It's probably a Terran-favored game. But Zerg player can win in that position if they are cost-efficient with their trades. That's it. And often Stargazers games will come down to that. I don't know if this one will. These guys have seemed pretty intense on not getting to late game, as there is not a third CC anywhere from ByuN. He's got 4 racks. He's trying to keep the true number of Marines that he has hidden from Reynor here. Reynor's got an Overlord in position. Not to scout it, really, honestly. Not so much. I mean, he's going to scout into the main base, so that's not going to tell him a lot. I guess it will tell him that there's a factory on the way, which is good information. Reynor on the other side. Has he made too many lings? Nah, he's got a handful of lings out. Yeah, they're scouting the number of Marines coming across the map, and it's a lot here. So, Baneling Nest is not done, which is problematic here from Reynor. It's 23 Marines versus 8 Queens and a Zergling. 24 more lings gonna spawn now, though, and that's humongous. All right, these Marines could handle the Queens. I don't know, that's a lot of Queens. Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't. That poor guy. Now he is. Target fire. Okay, Queen down. Transfuses. Not really giving us a lot of time here. But Marine count getting whittled down as well thanks to the Queen Spines. I mean, Combat Shield only helps so much. And ByuN's got to pull back. He's like, okay, reinforce. Reinforce with friends. Siege tanks. Maybe make some more Banshees. Get some Medivacs out here. And Reynor's like, okay, good. Maybe I overmade lings. I don't know that I necessarily needed to have 30 lings right now, because I totally shut down that attack with, well, with lings remaining. And that's how you measure this as a Zerg player, right? The attack ends and you say, oh, I've got a bunch of army left. I didn't need to make that much. They should have been drones. That's how I see it anyway. But Reynor sees it as, okay, these guys can be harassing lings now. They can maybe the door's open at ByuN's front base. No, it's not. It's not open. Maybe we can attack these minerals and get in this way. Nope, you can't do that either, guys. You know, they should be able to, though, lore-wise. Like, right? Lings should be able to attack mineral patches and kind of destroy them and open up pathways like this. It doesn't seem like it'd be that hard. Just pop, 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 pop. You attack siege tanks, man. Like, you guys have the ability to destroy a patch of minerals, yeah? probably not wrong about that. Is there some lore reason why that wouldn't happen? Oh, no. Oh, no! Well, the banelings all get target fired, but all these Marines are dead, so it's not as... Oh, I was going to say, it's not quite as thorough a victory, but it kind of was. Dude, Reynor, 2 games today in a best of 5. 2 out of the 4 games. He gets a surround on ByuN in the middle of the map. That is hard to do. The banelings didn't do any damage on this time around, but whatever. Yeah, and then Lings ready for this stuff. Nope. Too smart. Some down here, some up here. Yep, this is just pretty simple stuff for Reynor. He's got a 4th base coming up down the bottom left side. He's got a lair. He's working on Overlord speed. Centrifugal hooks just kicked in, so that it's even harder to deal with the banelings if you're ByuN. And yeah, man, Reynor is just... He's scary. He's real scary. 3rd base coming in here from ByuN. As a 4th base is not done from Reynor, so it's not a bad position. ByuN does manage to unload here inside this, I mean, technically safe expansion. Never mind. He doesn't want to be in there. It's too dangerous in there. He's just going to head on back. He's unloading and reloading in a way that just makes me feel like he likes seeing the unload animation, which is pretty cool. Whoever designed that, they probably don't work for Blizzard anymore, but they did a good job. I mean, they designed that thing probably working back in 2008, 2009, maybe even earlier than that. Because I feel like that unload animation was available even in the alpha and beta releases of StarCraft 2. Anyway, off track. Look what's going on over here. A Zergling. 2 Zerglings. Just trying to take advantage of the fact that there's a lot of high ground and a lot of space that's not accessible to ground units, trying to do this whole medevac thing. Not working out for him. Concussive Shell is coming in. 72 to 74 army supply. Resources lost. About a sort of a 2-to-1 ratio, where Reynor has lost more. So ByuN pretty happy about that. He's made some good trades so far. Oh, it's a little Widow Mine drop in. Somehow fired and killed no one. Don't know how that happens exactly, but Widow Mine at the 6 o'clock base too. Again, the all-important 6 o'clock base. Are we going to get there? Don't know. Hydralisk Den on the way from Reynor. Not too surprising at all. Working on +1 melee attack and +2 ground carapace. +2 Marine Marauder infantry attack is now on the way from ByuN. He's got some Widow Mines in the mix here. Widow Mines have done some good stuff for him today. Just poking, prodding, killing some creep tumors, trying to make sure the creep doesn't get all the way over to his base. I mean, that just means you die. If there's creep pushing up on your 3rd base like here, it's just, oh, well, okay. Guess game's over then. I mean, not for ByuN, but for most people, if that happens, you're going to have a bad time. Straight up not having a good time, if that is the situation. Muscular Augments on the way from Hydralisks. We've got more and more Widow Mines. It's 117 to 108 army supply. Hydras are coming in. Not ready yet, though, so it's got to be the Queens, the Lings, the Banes. Come up this ramp, says Reynor. The water's great. It is not. The water is not great. So going to the south instead. There are a lot of attack paths on this map, which is nice, because you can try to jump into a spot before the Zerg player responds to it, because they're busy guarding over here, and then you come down here suddenly, and now you've got some actual stuff working out. Widow Mine, good connection on that Widow Mine. Banelings are all gone. A lot of Marines down here. Hydras don't like fighting without any Banelings. Dude, that hatch, woo, 4th hatch down so fast. So fast with these +2 Marines and Marauders. With Stim, heck yeah. Getting on out of there. Widow Mines firing, not really doing great against those Banelings. Reynor says, oh, I don't want to be a 3-base versus a 3-base against a Terran. That sounds absolutely terrible. Widow Mine, good split by Reynor there, shutting it down quite nicely. Okay, so ByuN's up 115 to 112 army supply. Income is favoring Reynor, but not by as much after the loss of that 4th base, obviously. I don't know that we needed the income tab to tell us that was happening. I think we could have inferred it with our own intelligence. So he's attacking up north, and then... Okay, Queen down. No. Surround bad. Pick up. Okay, picked up what? There were no empty seats. Some empty seats. This group picking up too, thinking about boosting into that safe location. You get a creep tumor if you do anyway. So that's, wait, you have to actually shoot it though. Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. Oh, tumor was gonna come up. Oh, there's a scan anyway, doesn't really matter. Tumor scan, kill some lings, try not to take too many losses, pick up, get out of there. Widowmine gets a connection to, and then gets wiped out. So this is a good game with ByuN back against the wall. His 4th base is done. He's actually orbitaling this one. It's all orbitals. He is not planning on needing to defend it today because he knows if he's on the defensive, he's probably lost the game anyway. So he's going for extra orbitals for extra income here. Not helping as much as he would like it to, based on the income tab, to have this many orbitals. But hey, he's got 134 army supply. He's working on +3 attack, which is a really nice upgrade to have. Come on, Queens, fight it. Transfuse, no, Queen's going down. Tumor's going down. Reynor's got an attack heading up north here. Widowmine's kind of slowing it down a little bit, but dude, this positioning is sick. Supply depot, wall, Marines, Marauders back there. ByuN thought about going home and was like, never mind. We're good. So Marauders at the front. Widowmines, doing more friendly fire damage than ByuN expected them to. Got a secondary Widowmine behind too, and a tertiary one there as well. Lurker Den for the first time today on the way here from Reynor. It's going to kind of slow the game down, give us some zones where ByuN doesn't really want to go, but he's got a Ghost Academy coming up behind as well. Banelings, how far off creep are you willing to go, Banelings? Ow, decent hits. The Banelings die, as is their nature. ByuN said, ooh, that was kind of a big hit too. Flank attack from the top side. Oh no, unloading cannot come fast enough. Ooh, okay, that hurt. That actually hurt quite a bit. Medevac goes down. Reynor's ability to send some lings up, see where the Widowmine is, and then split one off and take the one hit is just disgustingly good. 5th base for ByuN lands. Bottom right, though. I'm liking that. He's doing more command centers because we're past the 10-minute mark, and that's what you do as a Terran, is you make more command centers. Because you want planetaries to make it a little bit harder for the Zerg player to assault you, and you want orbitals for additional income advantage. I think he misjudged that position, ByuN did. Yeah, he's just trying to... Every scan is about 300 minerals you don't get from a mule, so scanning consistently to kill these tumors is not something you want to do, but also you definitely want to kill the tumors, you know? It's tough. It's a tough decision for Terran players, for sure. I can empathize with that. Ghosts in production, 4 of those at a time. We're going for seismic spines, the range upgrade for lurkers. Adrenal getting started now, +3/+3 coming in for the lings and the banes. Not actually going for missile attack upgrades today. He's got the one, but he really wants to get ling and bane upgrade more than anything else at this stage of the game. So lurkers are up, they've got the range upgrade. It's going to be hard to engage with those as a Terran player. Liberators are good, Marauders are pretty good. Ghosts are kind of the ace in your hole. ByuN ghosts are terrifying. Maru ghosts are beyond terrifying. Oh! We just weren't paying a lot of attention down here at ByuN and just lost a lot of stuff there. Okay, so 6 kills, 2 kills, 10 kills. Those lurkers are doing great. Gonna Baneling bust this planetary. Good luck repairing that. And, oh, hang on! The SCVs! The juke! Is that the play? That was the play that got highlighted so much. Okay, if you blink, you kind of miss it here. But he's repairing. The Banelings go... That is so cool. He loads the SCVs, unloads them on the left side when the Banelings go over here. Then when they explode, reloads them, unloads them on the right side. Look, left. Back over here, repair. The Banelings are gone. The repair is enough. That is so killer. I've never seen anybody do that before. It showed up on my Discord server a few times and on Twitter when it happened. People are just like, what? That's the play. That's the play of the entire series. I mean, I don't know. Reynor's not dead by any stretch. Not killing that planetary isn't the end of the world for him. But my gosh, that is so baller. That is ByuN. Love this guy. I'd love to see him win a Katowice. Just give Terran fans some hope. Because it's been a lot of Zerg performance. Ever since Cyril started doing his thing, it's been a lot of Zergs winning WCS and ESL World Championships, right? Dark got one, Cyril got one, Reynor got one. I think did Rogue pull one out too in the last few years? It's just that 4 horsemen thing. Them Zergs are good. Does it mean that Zerg's overpowered? Maybe. Lings flowing in, Lurkers burrowing in, Snipes wiping out a few of them, but still some spines. The Baneling hits are sick. 103 to 87 army supply. Banelings a little bit too far off creep for their comfort. They're going to pull back to where they're in spitting distance of some creep at least, if not go all the way back to the creep, which they are doing now. Resources lost 22,000 to 16,000. Reynor's lost more. It's a bigger number than it was, so that's good here for ByuN. Ghost. Cloak. Researching. +2 missile attack coming in. Now that the Lings and Banes are fully upgraded, might as well work on the Lurker upgrades too. I mean, the ones that aren't required, Adaptive Talons and Seismic Spines. Reynor says, I feel like this is okay. I feel like coming in here. That's a lot of Banelings crashing onto stuff. Ghost dying to Banelings. They don't take bonus damage from Banelings, but they don't have a ton of HP, so sometimes it doesn't matter. Ghost count just got wiggity-waggeted. 13 ghosts have died. We're down to 2. That's massive. This one little Lurker spine play, so frustrating. I think Reynor pioneered this, of just putting a Lurker near a planetary, just harassing, just out of range of the planetary's attack, killing SCVs, attacking the planetary. Really frustrating. Terran kind of has to respond to that in ways they don't want to. Oh, he's doing a micro trick. He sends the Ling up, attacks the Ling, and that almost killed the Widowmine. That's a good trick, too. Reynor says, I got skills. I got skills to pay the bills. You sure do, Reynor. You sure do. So this planetary is dead this time. Full surround means that the SCV trick's not going to work. That's not great. Cracklings against Marauders, against Marines. The Marauders, even if they're being healed, the Crackling upgrade, the Adrenal upgrade makes all the difference there. If there was no Adrenal upgrade, those Marauders would all still be alive, except that the Lurkers came in, and that has nothing to do with the Adrenal upgrade, so never mind, maybe. Hydras, catching these Liberators. Okay, alright, this is some sick stuff. ByuN's in a lot of trouble. He just got knocked down to 4 bases. Reynor's taking his safe natural base back there. He's thinking about taking the 6 o'clock too. 194 to 113 supply is actually maybe more what we're concerned about here, if we're a ByuN fan. Ghost count has been rebuilt up to 8 after this one died. Blood spatter analysis and the vocal analysis of the ghost dying tells us the story there. ByuN taking his safe back base here, but army value. You got to get some killer Widowmine hits here if ByuN's going to survive this onslaught. The Ling's going early to try to trigger the Widowmines. It's so frustrating to have to play that way as a Zerg player, but you do. Yeah, I don't know. Sending some Lings down to this space. It's completely undefended. Lurkers kind of hanging out, not really burrowing in. Parasitic Bomb gets tossed down. Lurkers finally like, whatever. We'll just burrow in here, I guess. That sounds fine. Ghosts are still alive. Some of them got picked up. Lings going after an orbital instead of these SCVs. I don't know why, but I'm not sure it really matters. Handful of Lings splitting off into the safe back position. This is all dead. Everything is dead. If you're a Zerg player and you're not splitting off smaller groups of Lings to run into different mineral lines when you're attacking your enemy, you're doing it wrong. GG, and Reynor ends up winning the best of 5 series 3-2-1 in a pretty fantastic, honestly, pretty fantastic display of ZVT there from Reynor. Woof, what a series. That was a lot of fun. I feel like ByuN didn't proxy, and I feel like proxying once in a best of 5 is a good idea. Oh, ByuN, 36,000 resources lost to 35,000. Yeah. Once again, show me your resources lost tab like that, and I will show you a Terran loss. Planetary Fortress was killed, 3 orbitals got killed, and 3 command centers. 1 hatchery was killed, but Reynor recovered nicely from that. 500 Lings lost their lives, but they were fully upgraded, so it was a fulfilling death. 13 Lurkers, 100 Banelings, and 23 Ghosts. all perished on Stargazers today. Oh, man. I mean, that was truly amazing. Truly, truly impressive stuff there from Reynor. Don't know what else to say. He's almost impervious to damage. ByuN won his game because he killed like 3 bases. You have to take Reynor and chop his head off. You have to kill 3 bases simultaneously, really murder his income, and then he has a hard time recovering. But other than that, it's just like, well, okay, I guess. I guess we can't do enough damage. So, truly, truly beautiful play there from our guy, and I'm just going to keep saying that. So let's wrap it up. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a best of 5 series. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.